We talk a lot about AI replacing jobs, but we often imagine it in extremes, like a robot flipping burgers in a restaurant or a drone delivering packages. But the truth is, that's not where it starts. It starts more quietly, especially when it comes to white collar environments, with tools that promise efficiency but silently shift the balance of who gets to create, who gets to decide, and who even matters. It starts with a spreadsheet that used to take someone 2 hours and now it's taking only 2 seconds. Or a customer email that never reaches your team because AI replied before a human saw it. Or even a marketing campaign written entirely by a model that never needed your creative team to touch it. And it starts in the middle managers, project managers, analysts, schedulers, the people who keep things running, not with grand vision, but by holding the glue between people and process. By reminding people of deadlines, by formatting reports so they make sense, or even by catching the little things that the system forgets. But there's another layer that's rarely discussed. There is now in the workforce a generation of professionals in their 50s who built careers around these roles, who did what was expected of them, who stayed loyal, and who rose through the ranks not by inventing, but by maintaining. And now, in the space of a few years, they're being quietly pushed to the edge. Their experience is no longer seen as a strength, but as a signal of cost. Their job titles might still exist, but their functions are being absorbed by tools they didn't ask for and they don't even understand. And no one is saying this out loud. We have entire departments where automation is being embedded, and the only people not consulted are the ones most affected. There are no upskilling plans and no respectful exits, just a slow erosion of relevance. And I think that's wrong, not just ethically, but strategically, because these professionals are the ones who remember how the system works when the system breaks. They've lived through downturns, reorganizations, reinventions, recoveries. They hold institutional knowledge that no AI model can replicate. Replacing that with dashboards and automations is a short term win, but a long term loss of resilience. What we need is not just new tools, it's new leadership models. And here's the part that we really need to confront. Many of these professionals are being pushed out of the workforce too early. Not because they cannot contribute, but because no one has thought about how to reframe their role. They're being told to reskill, but not being shown what that actually looks like in practice. They're expected to become fluent in tools built for a generation raised on screens without the time or support to transition with dignity. We're treating these people like juniors. But what if we stopped asking them to become operators and invited them to become mentors? What if the path forward was not about more dashboards, but about deeper relationships? And what if the most valuable thing these professionals bring is not technical literacy, but pattern recognition, emotional intelligence, and the kind of judgment that takes decades to earn? Companies need to think differently. They need to stop treating middle management as a cost center and start treating it as a wisdom bank. Create new hybrid roles, part guide, part strategist, part coach. Build intergenerational teams on purpose. Let people who have seen crisis before teach those who haven't. Let them show younger teams how to think long term in a short term world. Because the future of work needs mentors more than ever. And if we can't see that, we're not just automating jobs, we are dismantling the very leadership culture that makes businesses resilient in the first place.